So I actually did an 8-minute long audition video on a live stream on my YouTube channel, but that didn't work because the file was too large, so I have to read you what I did. So, hey, my name is Jacob Daniel Wittenberg. I'm 31 years old, and I live in the city of Greenville, Pennsylvania. It's about an hour from Cleveland, an hour from Pittsburgh, and it is in the middle of nowhere. And it is currently like 20 degrees out, probably a little bit less than 20 degrees out, and I'm auditioning for Survivor. Now, I didn't grow up here either. I've actually lived around the world. I've lived in Europe twice. My parents are ministers, so I've lived overseas with them. Lived in Estonia and Finland, so I have a little adverse, which is why I'm able to walk around in the middle of the winter and just, a little baseball long sleeve and some shorts and a pair of Toms. I'm not wearing any socks with these, so I'm pretty different. When I met my wife, I was about 20 years old, and I was trying to figure out life. I worked in EMS for a bit, did that for about a couple of years, and as I worked in EMS on a 911 ambulance down in Butler, Pennsylvania, I met a lot of different people, interesting people, and I decided to actually change my careers and go for psychology and later work towards my master's, which is what I'm currently doing. I'm a full-time student at the age of 31 studying my bachelor's. I am surrounded by kids who weren't around when 9/11 happened, but they're all good kids too. They're all smart, and it's been an amazing experience to be immersed in the college environment at a different age. And I actually learned from that I'm actually considered a non-traditional college student, so that's pretty cool. So as I said before, I'm married. I got a wife. We've been married since 2021, and we bought our house in 2023, and we had our daughter little less than a year ago now. She'll be a year old in March, and she's really one of the reasons why I'm doing this, why I'm auditioning for this show, because of course Survivor is a life-changing show, obviously, but I also wouldn't quit. I mean, look at me, I'm crazy. I'm walking around in the snow. It's like less than 20 degrees, and I don't even have socks on in my shoes, and there's snow getting in there. But it's just like, I gotta prove a point. People, when they audition for the show, they show their house. And yeah, I could show you my house, but it's messy with kid toys everywhere. It's not very appeasing. But I want to show you where I'm from. This is where I'm from. It looks like the Arctic, but it's not. It's just Pennsylvania. And right here, I can't go any further on this sidewalk, so I'm just going to turn around. But ever since I was a kid, I've always thought about being on the show Survivor. I mean, I was probably like 5 or 6 years old the first time that I ever watched Survivor. And I remember it was like 2004. Boston Rob came on, and I remember at that time my third grade teacher was a Boston fan, and one day he taught us of the curse of the Bambino. And I go home and I'm talking about the curse of Bambino, and my dad says, "Oh, this guy on this show's from Boston. They call him Boston Rob." And I'm actually a huge fan of his. I have one of his signed hats. It was a Christmas gift, and I have his book on his rules of life. But anyway, I'm getting off track. I would be a good contender for Survivor just because look at this. I'm crazy. I'm walking around in Toms and no socks, and it's cold. But Jeff, if you pick me, if you and your little buddies, the producers and stuff, pick me, you won't regret it, because I won't quit. I ain't no pussy.